What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at SEMA, Las Vegas.
Not the VIM Tools.
I think the last time we did a SEMA show was
SEMA?
No, for Tool Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 years ago. But obviously, you know, we're in a 40-foot booth right now. This is the biggest booth we've ever had.
It's a big old booth.
Clay, do a little spin around. Show them what we're working with. So this is an exciting year. We've got a truck in the booth. We're going to go over that. We've got toolboxes lined up, new flooring. Clay, what was it like putting this flooring down?
It was fun.
Yeah, he loved it. Okay, so we're going to start with something that's right behind me.
Ooh, that's a good one to open with.
Something that people have asked for. The SMS 600, SMS 400, the foam socket sets. We have 1/4 and 3/8. Everybody has been asking us for 1/2 inch. We always focus on tight access. That's kind of our thing, was 1/4 inch, small things to get in tight spaces. We're focusing on that for a long time, but we're starting to get into 1/2 inch. And here's some of the sets that we're gonna begin with. These are gonna come on mag rails. We're gonna have regular length, shallow, and deep in metric and SAE. We're going to put them on mag rails. We'll probably do foam sets as well. We're not too sure of the configurations yet.
No, we're not.
But just to show you, we're working on the 1/2 inch.
How big do we go with the SAE? Because a lot of people are asking that.
1 1/4 inches.
Inch and a quarter? That's a big old boy. I mean, you can do some damage to throw that at somebody. That's heavy.
Yeah. And again, these are the same as our other sets. These are 200% of the ANSI torque standard. They are
over 200%. At least 200%.
Top-notch quality. So when it comes to sockets, look no further. But we're going to walk around a little bit and show you what else we're working with. All right, so what do we got?
So here we got a bunch of goodies. Set this up nice and neat so that we can actually show you some of the cool stuff we got coming. This has gathered a lot of attention at this show. This is our new, you've seen it in videos as well, it's our new WSC8. You have a crimper, you have a cutter, you have a stripper, and then you have a general set of grabbing pliers right there. People who have grabbed this, they like the feel of it. They like the fact that they have all these different options on it. They like how sturdy it is, how stout it is. Yet it's not too heavy either. Check that out. Clay, what do you think about that?
I love these. I mean, I'm not on mine.
Oh.
The cutter portion is my favorite in these.
WSC8, these will be available in the next week or so.
Now, I'm going to show you probably my favorite thing here. Actually, it's not. My favorite thing here is on the table. I can't show you. Just add a little mystery to this whole thing. But this is a Nora, right? It's a wrench head attachment. Okay, use an extension as a handle, but you'll notice there's no offset, so this is flat. And that's because we've added a retaining ring to the inside for dual drive sockets. So obviously any socket with this design can click into the head. And now you have a dual drive capable wrench that you use an extension as the handle to create whatever length ratcheting wrench you want. And look, here's your comfort grip. Bam. So we're gonna have a 3-piece set. The 1/4 inch dual drive sockets are 11mm hex around the outside, so it'll be 11mm wrench. For the 3/8, it'll be a 17, and for the 1/2 inch, it'll be a 21.
And now, for those of you who are wondering where you've seen these sockets before, obviously these style sockets have been out for a little bit from a couple other manufacturers, and now they're all 17mm on their 3/8, so that in fact will work with all the other sockets that you've already purchased, as well as the new ones you're gonna purchase from us, correct? Also, that goes the same for the 1/4 inch and for the 1/2 inch that will be out later on. That brings us to our next point, the actual sockets. As you can see, we have a set here. What does the set go through, Michael?
That is 10 through 19.
So you have this design here, you have the green paint fill, but you'll notice it's not a regular 6-point. You have a non-slip design, which means you can use it for perfectly new fasteners as well as rounded out fasteners. I believe it's up to 85% rounded.
Yeah. Now, that's not all we're doing in terms of wrenches and stuff with dual drive. Look, we've had dual drive for how long? 15 years?
A minute. Quite a minute.
We've had dual drive for a very long time. So don't think we're hopping on any bandwagon here. All right, we've been doing this forever.
We built the wagon.
We built the wagon. We're the conductor. All right. But look, we have another wrench that we're coming out with for dual drive sockets. And this one is a flex head and indexing, locking indexing. So you can lock it in any direction, like if you need a specific angle, but it is a free index. So if you're in a tight space, you can just push back and forth this way, or if you don't need that, you can lock it straight. Reversible flex head, has a retaining ring. This is the 17 millimeter for the 3/8, but we have this in a 1/4 and 1/2 inch design as well. When is this going to be available?
These you'll start seeing here probably at the end of November, whereas these you'll probably see next year.
So the 3/8 is going to be the first available, and it'll be available in less than a month.
And now correct me if I'm wrong, but the other versions of a wrench that'll fit these, they're non-reversible?
They're not,
right?
It's not reversible.
And they're not locking either.
It's not locking.
So it's non-reversible, non-indexing, and it's just a regular flex head?
Correct. And I think it has a 1-year warranty.
1-year warranty.
Not too sure about that. Everything we make is lifetime warranty, and everything we make, you know, we try to make it different so that it's not just the same thing out on the market. So we've made some changes. The Nora head is my favorite. Speaking
of something different, these we don't talk about enough. They don't get enough love. These are our door hanger pins. They look a little weird, right? Little aluminum pieces. So what this does, it allows you to remove a door completely, and you don't have to use a dolly to line up that door again. You can bring that door over and you screw in 2 of these pins, because they'll hold a 200-pound door, one on the top and one on the bottom insert. Screw them in, you can line up the door perfectly. On top of that, screw in your actual screws, remove these, and then fill in those 2 empty spots now with screws. So you're no longer needing to line up the door that way. This will help you align that.
Show the image on the back.
You see that? So this is the one you're going to hold in place to actually put your door on there. Insert the hinge right over it. It'll sit on it. Has a little groove right there that is going to sit on. Same thing on the bottom hinge. And now you're going to have that holding it while you insert your screws here. I mean, like, you know, them dollies are expensive, no? Yeah, they're expensive. Another product that we've talked about before, but it's finally getting closer as you're starting to see some stock come into play. You have the BCS 800. Now the BCS 800 in itself, it's not here yet. You'll see it before the end of the year. But the 17 millimeter is back in stock. The 19 millimeter should be here any week, if not already there. I don't know. We've been here. I've been out of the country. It might already be in stock. But these are Subaru brake caliper bracket bolt sockets. That is a mouthful, and it's so hard every time I say it. But you know what these are. They're used in a tight angle where there's a right angle. I've talked about it on video before. The only way to get that bolt all the way out without getting stuck between that bolt and the bolt that's catty corner to it is using a deep yet shallow socket. That's what these are. There's only a few people who have them, us and one other person. We got them. They're in stock. Get them while you can. But the whole set here, the 14 include the 14 and the 21 as well, which they're very specialized sockets, but they're used on certain Isuzu applications and other Subaru applications, and anywhere you can need a tight spot but still need a deep socket. That's what this would be used for. BCS 800, get these before the end of the year. Now, everyone who sees them at these shows normally is like, you guys need to make a driveline socket.
So, yeah, basically one of the shows that we were at not too long ago, they were like, are these driveline sockets? And we said, no. He said, you're right. You know, the swivel needs to be up here. Like, make that length, but put the swivel up here and make a driveline socket. So, boom. Here it is.
Turn it around pretty quickly on this one.
So, this has a 3/8, a 1/2 inch, a 12 millimeter, a 13, and a 14. All in one set. We don't really have an ETA on this yet.
No, we don't. Again, but it's coming. I want to show you that we have them.
Yeah.
We are working on it, so please do not hound me. You can tell me you want it, but don't hound me next time.
Yeah.
Driveline sockets are coming.
Yeah, and if any of you see this and you're thinking, I'm going to send an email to sales@vimtools.com and ask when it's going to be available, just know it's not available yet. Okay, please.
Alrighty. Now, something I want to talk about are these new thin wall lug nut sockets. You're used to the RLWS, which is rapid load wheel nut sockets. So we still have those, and we will continue to have them. Those are the more economical option, whereas these are a little bit more expensive, and I'll show you why. You'll notice, this is the 19. I have one of the rapid loads here. I have one of the new thin walls. You can see the diameter is significantly less. And why we did that is we were actually able to achieve a thinner wall here to get into super tight spots. Some of the more premium vehicles require tight spots, and a lot of people are just ripping the sleeves off the lug nut sockets anyways because they couldn't get in with the sleeve, and you're scratching everything up. So now we have these, and we actually added a titanium ring, and that's how we achieved the thinner wall. That titanium ring is what keeps this from expanding, and now you have a super thin lug nut socket.
Titanium reinforced.
Yes, sir. And now you have that. You see that? Can you see it good? That nylon insert right there is going to protect your lug nuts. And now, a reason that we did something like this is for certain people like our friends over here. Jeremy Bumpus actually built this truck using 90% VIM products, and he used these sockets on these wheel lug nuts. Didn't scratch nothing. TWLS 100, right? Yes.
Check out the Maverick table. Look what's going on here. Nice tablecloth. Got all the products. The extensions. Here's our reduction set. 1/2 inch to 3/8 impact locking extensions. This is our 1/4 inch set, the 3/8 set. There was a 1/2 inch set here, but we sold this to somebody, so it's no longer here. But
most popular
is definitely the reduction set, the 1/2 inch to 3/8.
For those of them who don't know, what do you use a reduction set for like that? What would you use that middle big one for?
Transmissions.
There you go.
Now, that's extensions are not all we make. This is the bread and butter right here, Maverick line. This is the ratchets, okay? We got our 1/4 fixed and flex, same thing with the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch. Something that, if you haven't felt these in your hands before, everybody here notices, they are butter smooth. These ratchets feel amazing. And we have something coming up next year that we've talked about a few times, and I think Clay, you showed on your channel, was the comfort grip handle. And so we have now the almost final prototype. There's a few things that we're working on, but this is how it's going to look. Color combo. It's dual texture, so it's hard plastic here and then rubberized along the black side.
Everyone who's held them says they're very comfortable, even guys with bigger hands like Clay himself. Obviously, there's a lot of people here with some monster mitts on them. They like them. If they're good enough for them, I believe they should be good enough for you.
So this is the 3/8 size, okay?
Yes.
But again, we'll have these on all the sizes.
And now,
pretty
a moment
sick.
of silence so we can try to hear some of this background. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it through all this noise, but I mean, it is smooth. It is crazy smooth.
Yeah. Now, let's take a look at this truck. Okay. This is a 1949 Chevy 3100. Chevy small block. This thing sounds amazing. You should put the clip in of this thing sounds amazing.
That worked out great.
Pulling it in here. This is our first year with the truck or any car in the booth, and it's definitely been something that gathers people around it. They come into the booth. It's been amazing just to have it here. So we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to work with Jeremy, and hopefully next year we have another something similar.
Another nice vehicle in this booth, because it has been fun to admire while we've been here working.
But let's take a look at the bed of this truck because it is gorgeous. You'll notice the main feature is the VIM Tools cooler that's laying inside of it. No, it's this nice, beautiful painted red wood, and the gas tank is actually right in the center. So he just presses a button, and that center opens up like this, so you can get to the gas tank.
It actually is a beautiful vehicle, and you'll see the owners right over there. That is Joe and Adrian Shelton. It's actually her daddy's back from the 40s. It is a beautiful car.
There they are.
So it is sentimental to them, and it is pretty.
Yes. But this has been a great show so far. This is the last day, so we have a bunch of people coming into the booth, so we have to go. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you back in Tampa.